Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where, well, you have a very dumb tycoon here, because I don't have my wisdom teeth anymore. So, yeah, I'm trying to see if recording goes alright. If not, it might be a really short video, but who knows, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I have my wisdom teeth removed in case you didn't know. And yeah, well, the one thing that I learned from it is that if you don't have to remove your wisdom teeth, don't. It's not fun at all. In fact, I think I can safely say that I had like the absolute worst experience you can have with removing your wisdom teeth by a mile. It was just terrible outright. Let's do a little story time with damage here. So I had my wisdom teeth removed, and yeah, it was just a nightmare basically. Because well, first I don't like going to the dentist, and these weren't removed by the dentist, but in the hospital. And just from the start, it was just already like, oh man. Because, well, you of course get like sedatives, to not feel the pain. And it's not like you really get sedated like you're asleep, but, you know, when you're at the dentist and you need to get a hole in your teeth filled, they have like these sedatives and like small needles. And, I hate needles with a passion. But those small needles, they're okay. You don't really feel the sting, and then it's not like a long needle or anything. Well, here in the hospital, it's like freaking, it's like a hand-sized needle, and then there is the long tip of it, and then you get four of those. I mean, he poked me in my mouth, where I needed the sedation, and I was like, if you stick it any further, I'm gonna have it dripping, out on the backside of my cheek. But anyway, so when I had those sedatives, and well, then after like 5 minutes or so, I went to the operating room, and I was laying there, and the surgeon did like this check, like, do you feel this? And I was just, oh man, that hurt. So I screamed it out, and he was like, oh, I don't think this station really works, And he quickly stuck in another two of those really big needles. And well, after like a few minutes, they're like, well, they should work now, so we better start and do it quickly. Man, I mean, those things didn't work, or at least I believe that I heard it once tell that like sedation is usually built out of separate compounds. You have like a compound for reducing the pain. You have a compound for relaxing the muscles. And if you're completely sedated and not just locally, you also have like compound for putting you asleep. And well, easing up or numbing the muscles worked because it felt like strange tissue almost. But removing the pain part of it really didn't work all that well with me, and man, I felt like I was being murdered. I almost passed out from the pain. So yeah, it wasn't really that great. Might have been infected, or I don't know, but it was just terrible. So, that's just. I survived that. I almost passed out, but I survived. They were removed really quickly, I had to say. But you know what the surgeon then said? Because he said like, well, yeah, because I had like one side removed, the up and down part, up and down ones, but I also have one other one that has come through, but that one's all right. But he said like, well, you should also. I really advise you to remove that other wisdom tooth you have there. And I was just, I mean, I lay down there screaming. I was sweating all white because I almost passed out. And he just said that. I was like. Yeah, I'll have to consider thinking about maybe doing that at some point. Oh, it was just, how can you ask that after I've just been murdered? But anyway, it's not even over yet because he gave me like a cooling pack against the swelling, which didn't really help that much. But and then I was basically free to go after like 5 minutes of surgery and a bit of cleanup. I couldn't stitch, so it really kept bleeding as well. And well, the muscle numbing effect worked. So I had like my mouth, was all just sagged away. I was drooling a bit, and yeah, that was at least I didn't notice it because the pain the pain killing didn't work, but the numbness made it so that I didn't feel anything of it. So I was walking there with the cooling pack against the side of my face, and people were already looking at me, and I was thinking that it was because of the cooling pack I held against my face. But I went there by tram and by bus. So when I arrived home, I looked in the mirror and I was like, because what happened was that because of those 6 sedative injections I had, my whole mouth was just, well, it was completely numb and half open, drooling, and that was all blood. So I had like this whole blood clot on the side of my mouth, and oh, it was just terrible, I looked like a mess, like I'd just been slaughtered. Which, well, in fact, I was. So, yeah, there you have it. Horror story of my life. All I can say is that I don't think I've ever experienced that much pain. Now, having said all that, we were building coasters, huh? I mean, back to being murdered and then going to build coasters, all right? Oh, and also, liquid diet sucks. Just putting it out there. No, but if we go back to what we were doing, I believe that I said that we are going to build these 2 coasters in parallel, which I think is a good idea. How we are going to do that? Not really sure about it. I feel like it's gonna be a challenge to even get it done right, because these 2 coasters are very difficult. But if we are to do this right, what we should do is probably have like the station somewhere over here. Now what we do need is like we need to think from the outside inwards. So from here, this is where the path needs to be. This is where the exit needs to be, this is where the station needs to be, and this is where the other station needs to be. So this is the furthest out for the inside coaster, which I think we should build first. And the good thing is that we have all the way up till here. So in theory, what we could do is if we build it like till over here and then up till there, and then maybe get back from the underground right through here. That would be an option. I think we should discover if that's gonna work for us. It seems not unrealistic to try. Yes. Then if we do it like this, and I don't really care that we don't have maximum station length, then this will work. And then we could, very nice. Right, okay, so let's see. What did we have here? Oh yeah, we had the yellow. Yeah, I've been out of it, man. I mean, the first day after like surgery, I really felt like utter crap. And to be honest, I'm still eating only yogurt and liquids and stuff. So I'm not really energetic or anything. I mean, when by now I have a really, well, how you say, profound hatred for yogurt. Not so much because of the yogurt, but because I'm eating it way too much now. Yeah, the wound is still open, so that's well, I don't have much choice. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, yeah, what we should do is hook up the path and not just be like the scatterbrain that I am currently and just do stuff at random. I also think that if we go with not too long a queue, it should be alright. I built the coaster, didn't I? Apparently I didn't. Oh wow, I also just hear like the quiet music. Isn't that like... Wow. I'm not used to this. It is too quiet for my taste. Now, we are gonna pair the other coaster up, but don't think that I'm gonna try and do anything fancy or special with it, because I just know that's just impossible over here. Such a tight space that we have to work in, you know. It's basically impossible to do that. So we're just gonna try and see what we can get out of this. Now I would like to utilize some space above over there. So that's gonna work out if we do it like this. But now, yeah, I'd say that's gonna work out. But what we basically need to do is something like this. Look how cool this is, huh? Yeah, hold on a second. What I do need is one height drop. Then, yeah, I was afraid that would happen. So, at height 15, is there anything we can do here? Oh, there is actually. That's interesting. Yeah, we don't have much room to do stuff, but we should be able to do is go down here. Nice. Then I don't think we will be able to go below our own tracks. So now I also don't. Well, you know what? Now that we have the chance, let's utilize it. If we go at height 11, we can pass below this bit and above this bit with a future track that we might have to build here. And then doing this makes it so that we can cross here, which is also important. Would I be able to S-bend? No. No, because there is of course the food stuff there. I should be able to S-bend this. Nice. Now we come from height 16 and we are only at height 11 currently. So in theory, this is an option. And this is also an option. I'm not sure how successful this is gonna be. And mind you, we also need like the other coaster still in here. So we can't go out too bonkers, and the way I want to return is by curve here, you know? Curve, underground, and then somehow return. So we have like two options right now. Or we go one more round and then get back there. But that does leave me with like a headache of like, okay, how on earth am I gonna get the other coaster back? That's gonna be like a true challenge. I have an idea though. I see some room here. You might think supports. I see room here. Is there really room though? No. We'll see. I think for this coaster, what we should do is go over here and then see that we somehow manage to get all the way back there. That should not be too much of a challenge. So I think it would not be a bad idea. Go up with the lift. You never know what happens with breakdowns, you know. Sometimes you think you can get away without a lift, and it turns out you still need one. Also, that's a shame. Right, so I guess we then need to go over here. Okay, so what if I were to say a big curve? Oh. Seeing how that's not gonna work out. Now this is where the other coaster is gonna go, so can't be too crazy with everything. He says, whilst he rapidly goes and try and make things impossible for himself. Maybe I should do an S-bend here. This is on the water, and that's kind of the level that we need to be at. This is difficult. Basically, what we are running into is the. Ooh, nice! Oh, this works. Very nice. Oh, this is good. It's looking good all of a sudden. And then we'll do an S-bend. Look, and now we go straight here, and we'll terraform this up, so that we have like a nice place for an underground section. We don't need long underground sections. I just need to get to the other side here. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm liking where we're heading with this. Oh. It's not owned by the park. What? Well, yeah, I guess. You know what they really should have added back in the day when they were actually developing this game? They should have added like a button where you can make the water invisible. Maybe that already exists, I don't know. If it does, I mean, do feel free to notify me of it. Oh crap, no, I should not do this. This I should leave at height 7 to make future tracks more easy. Go like this. And this is just to add a little bit of spice to the ride, you know? Do a few more drops. Okay, tree, I don't really care about you. So we'll just remove you. And then basically I think that from here we should be able to... Oh, nice. Right. Well guys, shall we do a test ride on this one? I think it has potential to be actually pretty good. Let's hire like a fixed mechanic. Okay. Let's hire like a new handy dude. Okay. You will also patrol there. Keep the area nice and clean for me. Wow, I do see some high speeds as well in this course. Okay, so having done this, where are we now? It's looking good, isn't it? With a bit of pace as well, you know, over these drops. I mean, this coaster is nice for having like curves, but you know, ups and downs work really well with this coaster, especially at a bit of pace. That's why I also added in like this drop over here. You know? Maybe I should have even done like a bit of a... What? Hold on, what? Mechanic 6 has drowned. How? Just hold on a second. I hired Mechanic 6 like, I don't know how long ago. How on earth is it possible for him to drown? We have not... I don't get this. I seriously don't get this. We are building over here. Doing this whole new coaster. And now, all of a sudden, Mechanic 6, which I don't even know. Like, where is Mechanic 7? Where's your area? Okay, that's over here. So Mechanic 6 must have been like over here for this coaster, right? Because Mechanic 5, where's your area? I mean, to be fair, I can't even tell. Oh wait, Mechanic 7 had this area over there actually. Let's not lie about this. And Mechanic 5 had this area probably here. Yeah, that's your area. So that would mean that Mechanic 6 had this area here then, right? No? I don't even know. He might have been a loose walking mechanic, but if I'm really honest, I am at an utter loss as to what mechanic was it, you know, that just drowned. I think it might have been a loose walking mechanic, but that's pretty worrying if mechanics start drowning by themselves, because I'm pretty sure I didn't drop one in the water, at least not in like the last few minutes. And I don't think they can swim for like 10 minutes. Ooh, look at that. You know, up and down, see? And then back. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm not sure. This coaster might be just an utter failure. There's a good chance it is. We do have the trick of the syncing it up with adjacent stations, but it might actually be good. We'll see. We are gonna open this up. Why don't we call? And also, guys, just we shall call this. We call this Sky Sanford. Yes. Because you know what happened yesterday, and that will also give away when this was recorded. But you know what happened yesterday? We got a Grand Prix in my country. Yes. So yeah, of course, we have to honor that news, because I can tell you one thing. Damn right, I'll be visiting it. Yeah, of course. Okay, that might be a little bit too much. But what we can do is have red horses with blue, and white, and orange. Oh, we have to, right? Oh look, and this coaster is already good enough. Nice. Right. Now, you know what? Let's just build the other coaster. I mean, my teeth, hurting a little, but not too bad. So I think we'll just continue, because, well, we are building good coasters, so we might as well, right? I just had this open game. I don't mind saving the actual view, and then instantly removes it, right? Game! Seriously? I give out the loudest sigh. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so this is actually not gonna work out. I just now see this. It's a good thing we check this stuff. This needs to be over here, right? Yeah. So that means that this queue line needs to go. There's only one way for the queue to go. But let's first build the lift and then see where goes what. Oh. Okay. Well, that was quickly done. Quicker than I expected. Right. Then. Okay, that's not gonna work out. I were to say one further. Yeah, this seems to work. Nice. That's way too long for what I would normally want for a coaster like this. Hold on a second. Am I seeing this right? This might be really, really tricky. We might have a way. Okay, so this is difficult. I thought I could go in between here, but I can't. I cannot go over here because we don't own the land. So what's gonna happen here is, and please close your eyes for the horridness of it. What we're gonna have is, this is, I quiver at the thought. We can do two things here. No, we can't even. I don't even know how to do this, to be honest. Well, I was looking at this section here, thinking I could build this somewhere, in parallel by going over it, and then, but that's not gonna work because the thing comes down here. So we have the option of going all the way above the station and then hooking it up here. But man, is that not the original plan? It's gonna happen though. Guys, welcome to the worst ever exit path. And not just the worst, but the absolute worst exit path ever. Look at it. This is a monstrosity. This is absolutely by far the worst. Oh man, this is bad. This is the don't look. You know what I should do? I should put like a black line above this exit path, like it's a criminal. Oh yeah, this is really bad. Alright guys, I've acknowledged here. I've sinned, in front of everybody. I've sinned in public. Oh, this is so bad. Ooh, also, we need to take... that's not gonna work. So I actually need to lower this one, right? Yeah. Now it's gonna work out. And now we're only at height 12. So if I were to do this, and then down. In theory, I cannot go to height 12. I won't be able to pass the path there. So our speed will be as if we come from height 30, which isn't really an as if, that's just the fact of things. I'm just freestyling this at the moment. I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. So I believe this is where... Oh, it seems to be free terrain. Nice. So we can build. Very nice. Okay, this is looking good. I think at height 12 we are able to do something like this off perhaps. Okay, nice. And then we need to rotate it because I can't really see what we're doing exactly here. Seems to me though, everywhere to estimate it. Right now, this is looking where I want this to be. Because remember what I said about at height 9, we have left like room. Look, we got an award for the park with the best stuff. That's one that I haven't had in like a really long while, it seems like. It feels like at least. Nice. Congrats, staff. You've well earned it by being it. This should also be possible. Wow, guys, now we are truly, totally freestyling this whole coaster. No idea where the track's gonna go next. Maybe. I see some possibility here. I thought I saw something, but running in parallel here isn't really helping out with it. Maybe we should just drop it like much sooner. I don't know if that will help anything. Okay, what we could also do is curve it like this and then drop it even sooner. I mean, this works now, but then we have an issue like the next area. So, let's change of plan. What if I were to say, okay, such a shame it doesn't work. Obviously we can go here. Okay, let's just do some terraforming. What height is the path at? Oh, that's also a height. It would be nice, of course, if we do this, because now we are like right next to the rest of the path, you know? This looks good. I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna work out like this. It is actually. Nice. Not nice. Because, yeah, where did we come out in? An utter chaos, basically. This is not gonna work. Yeah, alright, I know what I need to do. There is a way out of here. I just hope that I didn't block that one off completely by now. But we'll see that in a moment. So here's what I'm thinking, basically. Yeah, you know what, let's just put it in front. Back a little bit and fix up the terrain because it's quite bad. And I'm not kidding when I say it's quite bad. So there. See, nothing happened, nothing to see here. Moving on. But what we need to do basically is get down here. Yeah, we need to do that as soon as possible. So go down here. And then we will basically also fix this up. And then we'll just fix up the rest over here as well. Like this. And then what we'll do is this. This is the plan here. This is even better. Now we need to start removing the water a little. Well, that's okay, because it's just in our terrain. Right, now we need to start thinking about getting the coaster back. Now, of course, you might think, and rightfully so, that that's going to be a challenge here. But all we need to do really is try and see, and we get the coaster track, and I think we can do that above the path. Try and see that we can get it to above the path to loop around here and then just drop back to the station. So what I'm gonna try and do is get above the path and just try and follow and mirror that. So. Oh, wait, that's not, okay. Apparently that's not an option. So am I building like, yeah, I'm apparently building right below and coasting. Which totally avoided any further interaction. Wow, but man, yeah, a Dutch Grand Prix, huh? I mean, I can't even, you know, it still has to sink in with me, basically. A Dutch Grand Prix. It's just so awesome. And what's in the way? Yeah, that's the footpath. I was afraid that would happen. Now, I do believe that. Oh. And this is doable. But going straight. What if we were to go straight here? Now, at some point we need to start looking at the path. I'm not entirely sure if this is a good idea. We don't want unlifted curved sections or anything like that. This is also like our only option basically. This might go. It's 3. What height is the path at? 9. Now, if I were to do an S-bend, which is where I wanted to be all along. Really? I made this? Okay. Well, in that case, that changes things. I don't know if I want to go all that far. Okay, so that's where the roller coaster is. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is somehow it just doesn't work. We're not lined up proper, and I can't seem to get it to line up proper over here. Do we really need to go as low as we go there? That's the other question. Let's redo this section, because I think the basis lies over here. If we were to... This is already very, very interesting. Because what this means is that we can basically get on the right line already from the outset. Okay, that's alright. It's alright. Alright, don't worry here now. Because we don't really need to go, curving about in all kind of weird shenanigan corners. We can actually go quite high here. And this is nice. This is really nice. basically, right now we can maneuver to wherever we need, really. And where I need to maneuver to is that over here? No, I think it needs to be one further. Yeah. Okay, it's not one further. I just learned that the hard way. What do we have in terms of options here? Yeah, that's like the issue. I need to. Am I able to just spend this little? Then do this? Seems so. This seems all pretty doable. You have got to be kidding me. Seems like with a small curve, we just with a small curve, I said, we just line up. As if this whole thing, you've got to be kidding me. Guys. Oh wow, what a build. Honestly, what a build. Is this crazy or what? Wow. Wow, I'm actually honestly rather surprised at how good this design in the end is. I don't know really how good it's gonna be, but look, and I don't know, this might have been already somewhere like that, you know, in terms of ratings, but in all honesty, you know, this coaster, man, wow. And we have two here now, so in theory, this one, if I were to pair it up with the other one, it should be all good. And because we don't have much space, we don't have much too many extreme drops, so I don't think that this one will be too extreme either, you know. Now obviously, you know, pairing it up isn't going to do anything really, but yeah, it's a nice, quick and easy, and then oh, if this is gonna crash, it is gonna be terrible. This is truly gonna be terrible. I mean, they enter the station at like 56 or 65, no, 56 kilometers an hour. That's just insane. It truly is. If I were to do this, are you gonna? No, you need to be walking up and down like that. There's a good chance we'll see many deaths from this coaster. Just, you know, you have been warned, basically. Anyway, we should have some ratings. Wow. This is actually good. Who would have thought? It is actually good. Also, we don't really need any more money. I'm still gonna charge as much as I can for it. Now, it took us unfortunate amount of time to get this sorted. Yeah, let's give this a name and then let's call it a video, shall we? What are we gonna name this? I mean, in the end, you know, this is the return of the spaghetti park, and this is like the true spaghetti now, isn't it? Should we call this ballsy bolognese? Yeah, that's definitely what we're gonna call it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, the teeth are starting to hurt now. Yeah, I don't think I can do more than a video for an evening. Anyway, let's also give this like a quick color. You know, I think full grain or egg. Nah, it's not that yellow. And we're not gonna go with that yellow. We're gonna go with the full grain color. You know, this is like the brown pasta that you need to chew on like twice or thrice even. And then bolognese is of course with the red sauce. And then this is gonna be yellow for the cheese. You know, you do need cheese in it. I know that bolognese is usually with meatballs. It doesn't really look that good. Should we make it just bright red supports for the bolognese? I feel like we should, you know. we have a coaster named Bolognese, at least should honor it with its colors. Now, last but not least, wait, is this already broken down? What? I mean, how? How even? And it's a station brake failure, no less. That's just great. just wait on the crashes, right? If it doesn't crash right now, then this one is crash proof. I can tell you this much: if this is a station brake failure, it is gonna crash. Yeah, it is gonna crash. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll go with the synchronize adjacent stations. There you go, synchronize. And remember, we have a 6.66, you know, the devil's number, or for whatever reason, that's the devil's number, right? 666. and we have 7. So when we come back next time, we will know what the new ratings will be with the new options ticked on. But that and more is all gonna happen next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.